sparkling water pools glisten under the sun, with misty waterfalls cascading in the background. At the focal point is the massive dam at the edge of the estate, rumored to be haunted by mermaids who lure the unsuspecting into its dark waters. A majestic mansion as a symbol of luxury, but also secrecy. This is where Madam Makena lives with her 5 alluring daughters. Welcome to my channel, EC here, and today we have a beautiful story about the richest widow's mermaid daughters. It's about love, wealth, and dangerous waters. Makena stands on a balcony overlooking the dam, dressed in luxurious robes adorned with pearls and shells, as if hinting at a deeper, mystical connection with the waters below. Her face is a mix of triumph and bitterness, reflecting her troubled past and iron-fisted rule over her daughters and suitors. Madam Makena is a woman of great wealth and power. Her cunning business sense made her one of the richest women in the country, but her success came at a cost, an unhappy marriage marked by constant battles over control and wealth. When her husband unexpectedly slipped in a bathtub, some say it wasn't an accident, Makena was left to manage their empire alone, but her paranoia grew with her fortune, and she feared that her enemies might target her beloved daughters. Determined to protect them, Makena sought out an infamous traditional healer who claimed to possess the spirit of a mermaid. The healer, an eerie woman with unblinking eyes, agreed to protect Makena's daughters, but with one unusual set of conditions. They had to be immersed in the waters of the dam regularly, perform nightly mermaid rituals, and stay secluded from society. Despite the bizarre demands, Makena agreed, driven by her need for control. After all, she reasoned, who needs the outside world when you have a mansion with a private, enchanted dam? Makena's determination to keep her daughters under her thumb only grew stronger. She often muttered to herself, if my husband couldn't handle me, let's see if these rich fools can handle my mermaids. Makena's daughters are enchanting, each with a distinct personality and supernatural charm that makes them irresistible to wealthy suitors who come to the estate seeking marriage. Each daughter embodies a unique blend of allure and mystique, drawing in men like moths to a flame. Zawadi, the eldest, is regal and confident, always dressed in elegant gowns. She is the most skilled at playing hard to get, effortlessly manipulating suitors with a well-timed smile or a flick of her silk fan. Her laughter is melodic, rumored to be infused with mermaid magic that leaves men in a dreamy daze. Amani, the second-born, is a musician who plays a golden harp by the water at dusk, her voice echoing across the estate. Her singing is hypnotic, and she often traps suitors in a trance-like state. In one amusing incident, a suitor was so entranced that he proposed to a fish, thinking it was Amani in disguise. Tumaini, the third sister, is the mysterious one, with piercing eyes that seem to see straight through people. She moves like a shadow, silent and graceful. She's known for testing suitors by appearing and disappearing near the dam, whispering cryptic riddles. One suitor, attempting to impress her, recited poetry only to realize he was serenading a stone statue. Furaha, the fourth daughter, is a bundle of mischievous energy. She's the most playful and loves pulling pranks on suitors, like switching their shoes with wet ones or placing seaweed under their pillows. Her humor makes her popular among the men, but it's also her way of testing their patience. One man, after enduring days of wet socks and pranks, proclaimed, "I'd rather be a fish than Furaha's fiancé." Raha, the youngest, is a spirited rebel. She has no interest in her mother's plans and despises the mermaid rituals. While her sisters dutifully sing to the dam each night, Raha sneaks off to explore the forests or find solitude by a hidden creek. Her independent streak sets her apart, making her the wild card of the family. The estate's pools and dam become the playground for romance as suitors brave the eerie ambience and Makena's strict rules to win the daughter's favor. Some of these encounters are thrilling, while others are absurdly comical. Like when a man trying to impress Tumaini by diving into the dam surfaced with a slimy octopus clinging to his face. Makena sets bizarre conditions for anyone wishing to marry her daughters. She gathers the suitors in the grand hall, announcing the rules with a stern voice and an amused smirk. Daily mermaid rituals. Every morning, suitors must gather at the dam and chant ancient mermaid songs while sprinkling sea salt into the water. One man, attempting to impress Amani, tried to add a modern twist with a rap verse, earning only confused looks and splashes from annoyed water spirits. Renounce personal wealth. Any suitor must hand over control of his assets to Makena. Many of the suitors gulp at this requirement, but they agree, enchanted by the daughters. Yet they soon realize that Makena's mansion is more like a luxury prison, where even gold-plated bars on the windows can't mask the feeling of entrapment. Strict curfew. All suitors must be back inside by sundown. Failure to comply leads to strange consequences like mermaid visions or bizarre dreams of fish turning into accountants. Many suitors try to comply but struggle hilariously. One man, desperate to prove his worth, ends up doing mermaid flips in the pool, only to belly flop with a loud splash. Another suitor, after mistakenly drinking a potion meant to enhance his singing voice, ends up croaking like a frog for days. Unlike her sisters, Raha refuses to conform. She sneaks out at night to explore the forest and stumbles upon Dan, a humble fisherman with rugged good looks and a mysterious aura. Dan is different from the other suitors. He has no wealth, no fancy clothes, and no interest in the mermaid rituals. Instead, he has a gentle heart and a hidden gift for healing. Their love blossoms in secret. They meet by the creek, share stolen kisses, and laugh at Makena's bizarre rules. Raha tries to teach Dan the mermaid rituals for fun, but he often ends up soaked or tangled in reeds. One day, he tries to perform a mermaid dance only to trip and fall into the mud, leaving Raha in fits of laughter. When Makena discovers Raha's forbidden romance, she is furious. She devises a series of schemes to break them up, including releasing mischievous mermaid spirits to haunt Dan's boat. The spirits, however, are more comical than menacing, often getting distracted by floating snacks. Makena also enlists her other daughters to help sabotage the relationship. They attempt everything from spilling water on Raha's love letters to staging a dramatic scene where a frog prince, played by a reluctant servant, proposes to Raha, much to her irritation. The sisters' antics often backfire, leading to hilarious outcomes, like when Tumaini's attempt to curse Dan results in him being blessed with an unusually beautiful singing voice, making Raha fall for him even more. When Makena falls gravely ill after accidentally breaking one of the traditional healer's rules, she couldn't resist sneaking a glass of red wine instead of the prescribed sacred fish tea. None of her mermaid-obsessed daughters can help. Desperate and bedridden, Makena reluctantly allows Dan to try his healing powers. Dan approaches her with a mix of humility and determination, placing his hands on Makena's forehead. His healing touch glows faintly, and to Makena's surprise, she starts to feel better. She's shocked not just by Dan's powers, but by his kindness. This moment is a turning point. Makena realizes the value of true love and sincerity, seeing that Raha's love for Dan is genuine. With newfound wisdom, Makena finally releases her daughters from the mermaid curse. Makena blesses Raha and Dan's union, allowing their love to flourish. The other daughters also find happiness, either by embracing true love or discovering their independence. The estate transforms into a sanctuary where water spirits coexist peacefully with humans. Makena, now softened by the experience, is seen sharing jokes with Dan and Raha. "I suppose I've been too fishy with my rules," she chuckles, causing everyone to laugh. One morning, as Makena sits on her balcony watching her daughters live freely and happily, she mutters with a wry smile, "I guess not every man needs to be a fish after all." Who agrees? Comment below if you believe in love.